Hello again, YouTube. This is the truth, man. Giving you the truth. It don't matter what you think of me. Like if you knew me in the past or whatever from work, school, it don't matter. I'm delivering this truth. And this one probably gonna sting some of you guys a little bit. Let's look up Future's net worth. It says online that Future has a net worth of 40 million. The topic today, and this as we go for a ride, as I do a little more work before I stop for the night, is a lot of these guys are trying to be Future without Future's money. What do I think about that? We finna talk about it. Let me just go in reverse and get out of the driveway. Get from over here. We're gonna talk about this. So, I'm talking mainly about these guys, and I'm seeing a pattern. Like, I'm seeing it. I'm hearing about it online. I'm seeing a pattern here in Milwaukee. And the pattern that I'm seeing is a lot of these younger guys, teenagers, 20s, 30s, and even in some cases, early 40s. I saw a dude in the store. And the guy in the store was talking about how he had 10 kids. And he was bragging on it. He was bragging on having 10 kids. But he's in there using WIC. That's why I want to talk about this today. Like, I think it is true that we focus too much on what these women do. And remember, we talk about all subjects, so I got to hop on some of these guys too. Now, okay, in Milwaukee, we have this thing, and I've been watching for a long time. And I have many examples. You know, I'm not going to pinpoint anybody that I know, but you'll know if I'm talking about you. Where a lot of these younger guys, they think it's a badge of honor to make baby after baby, but yet you can't support the babies yourself. You can't go out there and work hard enough to feed your kids. Now, I'm not bragging, but I'm still a family of 6. And I still treat my grown sons to food and to clothes and to everything. Because they're my kids. I'm a man. You see what I'm saying? Now, you have guys like that guy in the store who he has more kids than me, but yet he uses WIC. Now, at times in my life, I needed WIC too. But I think the main issue that I was having in those times is that ghetto mindset, where I'm basically not producing to my ability. Now, these dudes want to produce kids, but they don't want to produce anything else. So they making babies and showing babies on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and all this, but what I want to know is, what are you doing to give that baby an easy life? Or are you going to be one of them ones throwing your kids in daycare, throwing them in public school? They can't buy nothing. They you know, because that's what happens. Like, once you get out of the hood stuff, like selling drugs and all of that, you got to reprogram yourself. And I will commend some of my guys that I was out there with. They done changed their ways. They done matured some. Like, they go out, like one of my main guys, like, I don't know what he's doing. I'm not around him like that, but it appears that he's a working man now, and he's doing, you know, a couple of my guys are doing just as good, if not better, as working men than they were out there when we was out there. You know what I mean? So I'm seeing guys that make baby after baby after baby. You think that you really doing something socking it to these girls, shooting your seed off in them and making babies, and then nobody can't find you. Like, where you at? You can't. Some of them can't stay out of jail. Some of them can't dominate in a relationship, which, let's be honest, you can't dominate the majority of these women. But when you making babies with them, they should not be able to keep you away from your kids. And you ain't got to punch on them. You just take them to court. Oh, I forgot. Some of y'all can't go to court because they're going to arrest you. Man, come on, man. When you start getting older, like I can see in your early 20s, you be a little rough. You don't know nothing. You think you know everything. You don't know nothing. But once you start getting in your 30s, man, it's time to stay out of jail. It's time to work. Write your bills on paper. Keep your bills low. It's time to do that manly stuff. Have investments. Putting money up for your kids. These guys, man, baby number one. Oh, baby number two. Oh, they putting them all on Facebook. Not impressed. What I want to know is how you living. Are you going to be able to stay alive? Now, if you get sick, that's different. But if you making all these babies and you trying to live a ghetto lifestyle, hood lifestyle, like you guaranteed to be around, running up on guys like they ain't going to bust back, like they ain't going to shoot them pistols back at you. But you making baby after baby after baby after baby. No job, no job. Listen, that drug money, this ain't the 90s no more. That ain't gonna, you gonna be too much of a target for the police and for these guys out here who are not smart enough. You know, a lot of people think they smarter than they really are. They don't read enough. They don't know enough. So when those needs start adding up, a lot of these guys out here, they not smart enough to go out there and figure it out with business, with jobs, with side hustles, whatever they got to do. We talking about them on today. But Future, they trying to be like him. He got all those kids, but Future is worth 90 million. Or not 90 million, 40 million. So he got 9 kids, I think. That's an average of over, if they took all of his net worth and gave it to his kids, each one of his kids would be worth millions, would be worth over $4 million. Some of y'all trying to have kids like you Future and you ain't got Future money. And then when somebody confronts you, the only thing you know how to do is violence. And you a grown man, you got to learn how to solve your problems without violence and be able to use violence if it's necessary. But it shouldn't always be necessary. Somebody telling you the truth, why you want to fight and shoot? The truth will make you free. And the truth is, a lot of y'all guys is out here making babies, and then you got the mama working by herself. She can't find you. Kids barely see you. What do you really think you doing? Like kids barely see you. They gotta practically beg for some of the stuff, like PS5 and all that stuff come out. You can't even buy it. I was ready to buy 2 of them. But I ain't gonna talk too much on Facebook because I know it's bums on here and on these platforms. So I ain't gonna say too much. But the point I'm making is these guys, if you have financial problems, you're supposed to rise above them. Like if you need help sometimes, that's perfectly normal. But you should be getting up. Like you should be getting up. Like, okay, you got bad credit, it happens, it's normal. Work on getting it better. But how can you work on getting it better if you spending all your time and energy trying to bust off up in these girls? And I'm gonna tell you the truth. I ain't no fake little preacher just telling stories about faith and stuff. I'm gonna tell you the truth about life. The truth about life, again, is a lot of these guys are trying to be like Future without Future money. That's what they're trying to do. Now, I could make a whole lot of kids, but me making kids, I fully understand that That's going to affect my wealth if I don't build up my wealth. So why would I do it? What's the gain in it? You think you really long stroking these girls? You think you're the only one that can long stroke these women? Why? As a matter of fact, let's get real. If you need women to validate you, you need them to tell you how wonderful you are, how good you is in bed and all this other stuff. You what's called a simp. You're a black Forrest Gump. Remember how Forrest Gump was with Jenny? That's you. If you need women to, oh, you the best. Oh, this is yours. I'm trying to censor. Instead of you going to work, looking at your bank account, seeing what you're going to put up for your kids, you too busy. You walking around still trying to rap to all these girls. When a lot of them got STD, I'm going to limit what I say about them, but I'm going to say this. A lot of them got STDs. I know they sex ain't worth nothing because they done did it too many times. And you walking around trying to seek validation from them instead of, some of y'all got 2 kids, 3 kids, 4 kids, 5 kids. And she's struggling because you ain't about that. You ain't about that money like you say. You ain't about that money like you say. Even if you ain't with her no more, you still, if you was about that money, you'll be taking care of your kids. These dudes be punching on these women, girls, on the run. They'll be in jail, they get pulled over. Still trying to live off street money, street fame. Which, I mean, come on now. Trying to be Future without Future money, so on and so forth. And every time you say something about it, he hate black people, he hate himself. No, you hate yourself. That's why you live like you do, because you don't love yourself, you don't love your mama, you don't love your daddy, you don't love your kids. If you did, you'll be trying to do what's right so you won't be in jail. You'll be trying to have a driver's license so they won't pull you over and give you all these tickets, which will cause you to be in jail if you can't pay them. You don't love yourself. You don't love your mama, you don't love your daddy, you don't love none of your friends that changed their life just trying to get you to change yours, and you still out here, you half talking to them, you acting funny, and they trying to help you. A lot of y'all be acting funny towards people that's trying to help you. Somebody tell you the truth, you want to go by your feelings instead of going by the truth. That's why this country is in a mess right now, by going by their feelings. Trump said 2 or 3 things, Biden done said 1 million. But you was in your feelings, you wanted to get him out of there so bad, you wanted to get the Republicans and give Democrats full control. And where did it get you? It got you higher gas prices. Now he's trying to change the currency so he can know and control what we all got. I mean, bad decision after bad decision after bad decision. Bad decision. But I want to stay on point and on subject. Future can make those kids because he got the money to pay. And you notice his wealth, if we check his net worth next year, it's going to be probably up like 10 million. But you got just as many kids as Future, and you ain't even got 1,000 per kid. You got 9 kids and you ain't even got $9. All you know how to do is that. That's all you got? What are you creating besides a bunch of kids that you can't support? These are the facts. And then you want white people to respect you. You want these Asians, you want these Indians to respect you. Pure business-minded people with wealth, with ambition. They come to this country to get rich. They don't come to this country to get babies. They don't come to this country to get all these women pregnant. They know that this country is full of resources and wealth. So they come over here for that. Y'all outside shooting at each other. Y'all, who is that? Who's that end ninja in the background. You got too much time on your hands. That's why some of these dudes can't stay out of jail, because they not working enough, which will create sleepiness, a loss of energy, and they come home, they just want to eat and go to sleep. You out here standing on the corner, you 35 years old, man. You 40 years old, you standing on the corner, trying to keep some street fame. While these Indians, they building stores, they getting the people from their village over here. I heard about this one guy who was telling me he gave a lady from his village a job, right? She went from working for them to having her own store while y'all just humping. Smush, 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 smush. What is it? Smush, 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 smush. You think you doing something. And then it'd be crazy. These girls be pregnant, finna have a baby, and still be trying to work because they know y'all ain't gonna help them. And then here's another, I gotta say this about some of y'all women. When you got a good dude that's not like what I'm talking about, don't be trying to punk them, don't be running them off. Just submit yourself to him and stick to him. Y'all always want these bad guys, these bum dudes with the Air Max and the little sign and all the colors on it, hair all over the place, that all they know how to do is that. You tell them, hey man, you looking for a job, I know somebody that's hiring. You be like, yeah, okay. 6 months into the year, he ain't filled out a single job application. He pocket watching the old man, thinking he finna rob him. The smart old men, they not gonna even go to stores you go to because they know you a bum. They gonna go out where the rich people go because they know you gonna be pocket watching. They don't got time. I don't got time to be explaining battles I done won with guys that don't have a clue about life. I'd just rather just stay away. But I'm gonna close this out, man. Me personally, I'm not impressed at all. Like, I see kids, I'm like, okay. I'll be more impressed when I see that guy building wealth. Like, when I see a guy working and trying to do right, I'll be kind of happy about that. But when I see guys, it's just, every time you look, it's a new kid getting posted on Facebook, but yeah, he ain't doing nothing constructive. He ain't doing nothing constructive. And these women, I'm trying not. We'll talk about the woman aspect tomorrow. Because stop dealing with these guys. You got to learn how to value yourself. And you guys, listen. If you ain't got no money in your pocket, you doing what's called broke dating. And broke dating is dumb. It's dumb. You should have some bankroll somewhere. Or at least have a little money, put up. These guys, I was just telling somebody and they was laughing. Like, I know about what some of these guys is doing. I know people. And I said this. I said, these has got to be the brokest drug dealers I ever seen. I even made a post about it. Like, why? Like, you could get you a job and have more than you getting out there. And I know some guys just ain't got the work ethic. They pumping too many drugs in they self. You own everything. What's the matter with you? You okay? You okay? You spend all your time trying to feel good. That's one thing about my father, I say, in closing. My father, you never really knew when he had a bad day at work. Like, he did his stuff, he played, he had his fun, like, boxing, we had fight parties, all that type of stuff. He had fun. But one thing about him is he worked that job for 33 years. Now, it's not just enough to work. we got to make sure we getting something out of our work. But we did okay as kids because my father just working. If he was off, he was probably at home dealing with us, sleep. We knew where he was almost all the time. These guys now, they not men like that. They not men like that. Like, all they think about is feeling good. Drugs, sex, or being validated by women, by fighting, by being a shooter. Whoa, you're a shooter. Oh, goodness. With his face covered so he won't go to prison. But thanks for watching. This is The Truth, man. I just wanted to talk a little bit about that. Guys, you need to focus on building for the kids you have and for yourself. And if you have a good wife, for your wife, and stop making these babies if you're not going to teach these young babies how to live and how to become men when they get older, and teach these young girls how to become responsible women when they get older. If you ain't going to do that, you ain't going to support them, and you going to make us look degenerate as a whole, as a people, stop making these babies, man. Please. Please, just stop. Because they'll be disrespecting those of us that's not even like that. They'll see us and they'll see you, who I'm talking about, and all the rest of us that's not like that. So, yeah, it is. This skin comes with territory. Like, we gotta learn how to represent the color of our skin the right way. So what if it's a stereotyping white person? Don't give them nothing. Don't feed into their stereotype. Make them scratch their head at least. Y'all feeding into it. Let me get six wet mangoes. You getting high? Are you okay? You okay? You need somebody to talk to? You pump, squish, with all these girls, making baby after baby after baby. You was with this girl, now she got a kid. We don't see you with her no more. Now you with this girl, she had a kid. We don't see you with her no more. Now you with a new one. You gonna have a kid with her? But I don't see you with no steel-toe boots on. I don't see you cashing no checks. You just misrepresenting all of us, making them look at all of us in a bad light. The only time you should be acting up is if somebody don't give you something you pay for and they refusing or something like that, then yeah, I understand. But you out here mugshot all on the nose, you misrepresenting. Like, did you really have to shoot him or her? Man, give it up or I'm gonna pop you. Whoa, you gonna pop them? How about you go get you a paycheck, then go get another paycheck and another one, and just keep putting your money up. Then you can buy the thing. You don't have to try to take it from nobody else. How about that, man? Two man enough? You're not man enough for that? Okay. All right. I'm going to close this because I could talk about this all the rest of the night. I could talk about this the rest of the night. But a lot of people, they don't want to hear this type of talk. They only want to watch comedy. And I like comedy too. I like watching TV too. But some of y'all going too far with this stuff. How are you at the bottom? How are you not building wealth, but everybody else is? White people is, Indians is. So it's our turn now. It's our turn to build wealth. You got people dozing off. You like this. Dozing off from heroin. You can't give your grandkids nothing. You giving it all to Mr. Gold Teeth with his little braids. And he talking about you behind your back, laughing at you. And you giving all every time you get your check. A lot of y'all is the problem too. You got grandkids, your grandkids seeing you walking around high. You wasting all your money on drugs. Are you okay? What's the matter? Because if you are hype, something is going on with you. Something is going on in your mental psyche. You leaning on D-Rugs, I have to censor myself. Instead of using your life to build a legacy for your future generations. Some of this struggling, you got to look at the parents and grandparents, man. You're supposed to be teaching people how to think, teaching people how to live, giving them money and putting up money for their future. All these young people walking around Milwaukee, can't afford college, don't even want to go to college, don't want to do anything because they live in families. All they want to talk, slick talk. Yeah, I'm Slick Sam. Yeah, man, I was running these streets, man. You know, I was doing this, doing that. I got 6 kids. Oh, Slick Sam. Now you got a bunch of degenerate descendants running around out here. That's why I got to get out of this. I can't live here, man. Because you going to be bumping elbows. These people will be standing behind you, been undid something, trying to pickpocket you or something. Yeah, man. I was running to jail, man. No, I don't want to hear no hood stories, man. That's the past. That's back here. It's time to catch up and pass up some of these people that's coming over here getting rich, which show me I can get, let's just end it. Bye.